Okay, so we're back again, James. We've completed the fifth round. 2 more rounds to go. This time on the feature map, we're going to concentrate on the 1 to 5 pairs again. And we know we've had some changes and some movement all round that last round. The Masters 4s in particular.
I'm just waiting for Tuffy to finish it on the spreadsheet. But the 4 teams that were in the first 4 placings in the Masters 4s that round all lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So now my understanding is we've got 3 teams on 3 wins, 2 teams on 2.5, and 3 teams on 2 wins.
Yep. So it may be that
That's outrageous.
It actually may be that the leaders and that may still stay similar order.
Yeah,
it just means that the gap's closed.
Marlborough got no ends there,
Yeah.
so they'll be down to 3rd, I imagine.
Yeah, but I think Southland might have only got 1 or 2 themselves.
I was 3 all right. It might be 2 ends. Yeah, true. Yeah,
No, because they were 3-0 at one point. Okay, so anyway, the 1 to 5 we're playing here. We've got Tauranga team, Michael and Matthew Burke. So Michael is the skip. Matthew is Dad, who's playing lead. And of course, if you remember right, we did talk a bit about some nicknames earlier, and we did find out one of their nicknames. So
I've actually got the story on it. I've done some journalism, so we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll see how the game rolls.
Yep.
So the boys are playing against
North Taranaki.
That's Andrew Smith and Tyra Sterling.
Yep. Now Tyra, this is probably the one person that I've been seeing on the hall this weekend that's really stood out as someone that's a really huge talent.
Yeah.
And I'm pleased we've got her on the mat this time. She played really well in the 1 to 5 singles.
She just went down in the last game to finish second, right?
But clearly a talent for me.
Yep. So already picked up a silver medal from the earlier event.
All right, sausage on the forehand.
So probably a wee bit unlucky there, but I mean it's pushed it back into to give us Orange a bit of an opportunity here. You would think Andrew will be coming down on his backhand and looking to either draw tight, sit the blue up. That's just shy of the shots. So the Tauranga father-son combination, we've seen a lot of them over the last few years. Great followers of the game. They chase national events. Islands they've been all over the place. So I tell you what, he's not far off here if he just stands it up.
Roll out of that. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, be happy with that.
Yeah, I'd take that every day.
Yeah. Now,
obviously with last bowl.
Now we know that Michael won't be scared of the aggression.
No, Michael the sausage.
He's just looking to try and play control weight. Tell you what, if he holds up, it's just good.
The
Ashburn rub. Oh,
that's actually for a 1 down. That's a great result.
Yeah. I don't know how brave is he. Do you think he could try and lift that outer blue and wedge it into the split? Do you think, or are we just going to see?
I think he's taken the one. Yeah,
it's
taking the one on the first end. All right, so I'm just bringing up this Masters 4s. So they're still first to 4th. No, they're not. So the team that was in 5th, Barry Clement's team, going into that round, is now in 1st.
Right. So that's the team from Tauranga.
Yep. And I was right. 3 3s, 2 2.5s, and 3 2s.
Okay. So and does that put the lows in second on ends?
Puts the lows in second, Marlborough 3rd, and then Bruce 4th.
Right.
Frank 5th.
Right. And obviously, looking around the hall then, we have got this round the lows from Southland are playing Frank McKenna from North Wellington. Barry Clement is playing Les Hayward from the lower of the island. And we're moving around at Hitchcock, who's playing against Brian McDonald at Counties, and Hawke's Bay are playing against the team that's just come off the TV mat, Timaru South Canterbury, who will obviously be looking to try and build on their momentum. So in theory, with no one on 4 wins, James, it is physically possible any of the 8 teams have still got a chance, especially to get into the medals at least.
Oh, for sure. All 8 teams can win still, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to think someone's going to win their last 2 games, in theory, right?
Yep. So now, back to the mixed pairs, the 1 to 5 pairs. Sorry, there's probably a little bit of a leader change there at least as well, for the mere fact that we know Southland, Alison Lindsay had another win, and Andrew and Tyra actually drew their last game against the Nelson combination.
Yep, so the Southland team are now in front on 4 wins.
Yep.
The North Taranaki team here, they've got 3.5.
Yep.
And Jared Angar from Canterbury, he's in third on 3 wins.
Right.
And then 4th place, Nelson on 2.5, and 3 teams on 2 and 1 on 1.
Okay. So in there then, obviously, just looking at a 3rd, 4th playing at the moment. So the Canterbury and Nelson combination are actually against each other. Canterbury looks to have maybe taken an early lead. I don't actually know where the boards are for which game. And the Southland pair are playing against North Wellington. The Auckland combination are up against Bush Raheny. And obviously the game we've got on the TV at the moment. So, 2 games to go, and I think I'm not sure about the monitor's blood pressure, but my blood pressure is probably surely going to go up.
I think so.
It's pretty close there by Sausage.
Yeah, so
Young Michael.
So the orange could actually be the shot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is a gap, so it does look like it's the smaller gap, which would indicate it is the shot then. But I guess the danger here for Andrew is that if he shows any aggression and does happen to get onto the Blues, there is a possibility they could both move off the head. Looking at the live mat, it actually looks like they would go easier.
Is he just going to try and chip the shot, the closest orange-blue out 2 rolls?
Yeah, I wondered whether he was going to play a wee more
close.
aggression. He's I tell you
what a great bowl.
That's
Andrew Smith.
Yeah.
So Andrew, people from Taranaki will know Andrew Smith is Ashley Shotter's fiance. Ashley Shotter.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Did you just learn something? Did you?
I did just learn that.
Yeah.
And if we've got that wrong, we'll wait for all the comments to come up from North Taranaki. But that I believe it's the case.
Tell you what, how's he going here? He's just...
Oh, it's a really good bowl.
Oh, he's certainly got second shot at least.
It's a really good one down, right?
I mean, square onto the jack clean was obviously the desire. But, yeah, I'll tell you what, he's just...
So the sausage.
Oh, yeah, please.
I've got the story from the horse's mouth.
Right. The sausage's mouth.
Sausage and father.
Okay.
He's giving us a look.
He's giving us a look now.
Okay. It can't be that bad because he's not...
I'm going to give you the story, and there is no comments from either or any of you lot because this could go horribly wrong. Okay, so I have to get this 100% correct.
So
I won't take our microphones off.
I won't make eye contact with you.
Headsets off.
So it comes back to a Tauranga rep game, and they were out having dinner, and Dad, which is Matthew, had a sausage,
right,
for dinner, and young Michael quite liked the look of it, so he said, "I'll have a piece of that." So he had a bite out of the sausage and started choking on it. Right. And it was a bit of a scene by the sound of it, a bit of a scene at the restaurant they were at.
Right.
And
so at least we know the end of the story. It's ended well.
Yes, he did survive the choking thing, but he's since picked up sausage as a little bit of a...
Sausage as a name.
Yeah.
I honestly, while you were telling that story, I was just praying that he hadn't picked up someone else's sausage off someone else's plate.
No,
Right.
no, it was his dad's by the
Right.
sound of it, so that's okay.
Right. That's actually...
Let's move on from that
That's actually
now.
a feel-good story, to
That's
be
a
fair.
good story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously not in the moment, but yeah.
Tyra's just amazing.
Yeah, absolutely lit it
Yeah.
up.
Did you say lit it up?
She
Yeah.
lit it up.
She's absolutely
It's a
lit
pretty good
it up.
response there from Matthew Burke.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tracy is making
Oh.
her debut on
Hey, team.
the Switch.
It's
at
because we
Matt's
haven't
side.
noticed because it's going so seamlessly, like Emma.
It's
and
just
Joy.
like Emma's being here.
And Joy. No,
She's
Joy.
getting her wings here.
Emma gets
Um,
distracted by the commentators dashing good looks.
Oh, yeah.
So we're building the bench at Matt's side. We had Jason Parker
Wouldn't be a danger for you.
do a bit of commentary early on, and Jason's actually going to help out from Friday night with the Welsh. So he's going to be fronting up for the Welsh with Candice and C. Willie.
It's handy having a few players around the country that aren't having to play that weekend
Yes,
in the know.
yes. So that's going to be the team for Friday night at least. Will be
Brilliant.
Candice.
I have said
Jason
I am
and-
prepared to mic up when I'm playing against Sean.
Yeah, but we're not prepared to allow that to happen.
Okay.
So that's fine.
Can you redo the draw
I
so
would
that's
have
on the TV, Matt?
I would have to practice my mamaha.
And running the switcher for the first time in this game is Tracy Ludeman. How's it good not being out there being a runner
Oh, it's fabulous.
Hey.
Not walking
Here-
circles of the hall.
here at headquarters?
Trying to
Yeah.
figure out who's who,
Yeah,
what's happening.
got myself all confused between the teams. But,
To be fair, just to let you know, Tracy, seeing you have sat in the chair and gone so well so far, no one at all has even looked to be the runner for this game so far. So
We're without a runner.
Excellent.
I,
but Emma's sitting over there.
Joy has quickly pointed out it wasn't her, it was Emma that was assigned the job.
Camsey could lift.
Mm.
Yeah,
Anything could happen.
yeah. Okay, so
Oh.
back to the head. I mean,
Pretty good bowl
still a couple of
there.
bowls to come. The
Nice speed.
Andrew's probably going to just come down. He could draw either hand, to be fair. The better one
Does he
would
reach
be,
the orange?
Yeah, the better bowl would be to play just slightly more weight because
Two roll
did
orange,
last
right?
year, just
Yeah.
the bowl up out of the orange or
Yeah.
trail the jack himself, right?
Yeah, he's looked to play just the perfect speed
Oh,
to draw to the
that's
jack.
dropped in a good spot.
It's forced old sausage here onto a more of a drawing
Yep.
sort of bowl rather than coming through the head.
Yep.
And as we all know out there, it's
Tell you
pretty
what,
lazy.
if he
It's
just,
holdy.
just need to
Yeah.
get the glance on the inside of that bowl.
Oh, the blue nearly
So-
set in for another shot there.
So,
So
it'll be
just another one.
one blue. So they'll go 3-0 after 3. So, I've seen Michael and Matthew play a bit of bowls, nationals and what have you. So, being 3-0 after 3 is no need to panic. Very capable of turning the head around.
You'd like to score this end, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, Tyra is playing exceptionally well, and putting some solid bricks up the mat for Andrew. Bit quieter here from the North Taranaki supporter side. I mean, the bowler formerly known as Big G isn't in the hall today. He's probably asleep already.
Mm-hmm.
He did make it to the plane. I did see him at 6 a.m. Well, to be fair, I don't know if he made it onto the plane. I seen him at 6 a.m. and I made sure he got on the van.
Was he flying?
Yeah, they were flying.
So I'll put a bit of a sound out to North Taranaki here.
Yep.
I'm not political too often. I stay out of stuff, but I am going to say something here. So, yeah, Joy's going, oh God, anything could happen. Now, here
Not
is...
just joy. Not just joy.
Here is one of North Taranaki's rising stars here, who is on camera for the first time, and unfortunately, North Taranaki are one of the few provinces that their provincial Facebook page is closed. It's not open, and we would just love to be sharing this to their page and having everyone in their district watching it. So I'll be encouraging people to, in these types of things, to open up their pages just so it widens the field for people to be able to watch. And so that's all I'm going to say about that one.
Yeah, I don't
That
know.
said, the great Mr. Lamy is watching, so there you go.
I don't know enough about Bookface for
Bookface.
any of that stuff.
Bookface.
Yeah.
I like it.
So, I am wondering, I can see a front row crowd. Is that Mum?
That is Mum. Yep.
That's Mum Sydney. Is
Yep.
Mum a bowler?
I'm not sure if Mum's a bowler, but she
She's on.
seems to know a lot about bowls.
She's
And
on.
she's got a North Taranaki jacket on,
I-
so she could be.
Yeah, she's definitely got her phone out. So whether she's taking notes from what you're saying, Dave, I'm not sure.
She could be.
And is that more family? Just on the back seats?
There's a couple of
Yeah.
young,
Do you think
young ones.
that could be part of the family?
I have a feeling they were here yesterday watching. Yesterday?
Maybe Mr. Liami. Maybe Mr. Liami might be able to help us. We'll just see if we can get a wee shot.
All right, so Mr. Barrable has put it on North Taranaki, or someone from that group has
we're
put
just
it
gonna
on.
Turn round. So we think that's Mum.
On the group now, so that's
sitting
good.
there. And,
Thank you, Kevin.
And is that a couple of younger siblings?
It could be.
Geez, I'll tell you what. A bit more noise from them would just lift the spirits of the North Taranaki team up.
But, as I said earlier, Tyra, it's just for me has been one of the standouts that I've been seeing in the last 2 days.
Yeah. So Andrew's looking just to draw in here. It looks like he's just going to hold and his weight was through. The weight and tension looked like he was trying to get to the jack and just push it to the blue.
So Grant saying that that's Mum Tony
Tony
with an I. Tony with an I
Tony with an eye, yeah.
is to the right, so that's Mum.
Yep.
And he's not sure, but assumes they're siblings. So
Right.
Yep.
Well, they're both looking at Mum's phone now, so hopefully she's not.
and if they're siblings, they could be future stars as well, right?
Oh, exactly.
All right, what happened there?
Okay. So I'm not sure
Burke got on the
whether.
board.
See, we've asked. I think it's a
Oh,
one.
that's grandmother.
It was just the one.
That's Mum and Grandma.
Mum and Grandma. Right.
Yep.
Right. All right. Shout
Hiding
out to
round the
them.
corner.
We've lit up North Taranaki. They're all jumping on now, so that's good.
Right.
Welcome, North Taranaki.
Brilliant.
Woken up from their Sunday afternoon nap.
Well, the plane's probably just landed for some of them.
One orange.
One orange, thank you.
Yep.
The Burkes
So
are on
that-
the board.
Yep. So there'll be 3-1 after 4 to the North Taranaki combination. Tyra coming down again. Yeah, just past the jack. To be fair, I think the last couple of ends coming this way. That's almost where the jacks ended up, towards the end of each of those ends. So I'm picking.
Lamy saying it was a good nap.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
So Matthew's just drawn. Sure, the orange. How long's Matthew been playing? Because, I mean, was it this year's Nationals?
It was this year's
Look
national.
This
at
year's
this,
Nationals.
Justin.
An outstanding effort from him.
He was holding the win or the draw in the semi.
Yeah. He was in the semi of the Open National Championship singles. And
The
yeah.
Burkes is a family, of course, his sister as well.
Sarah,
Sausage's sister. They've won an awful lot in Tauranga, and they're always in the mix.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
talented family.
I think they could be part of the reason you see the likes of Roger Bartosh playing more in the Masters now, so he doesn't have to compete with them.
Yeah. Do you know that that's actually the reason I stayed playing bowls, is because the old blokes at the bowls club, they used to get real mad losing to a kid. I didn't do it often early on, but when I did, they were real mad about it.
I think most people are still mad when they lose to you, James.
Wow.
I know there was a North Island men's triples team a couple of years ago, weren't that happy either, or this year's one.
Just a shout out to Sean Blackburn out there.
Yeah. He may still be awake. Hopefully the boys are jumping all over him at home.
Yeah. Hopefully they will all be out looking for the cat.
There'll be no doubt that Terry's probably asleep and Sean's up with the boys.
Great shot there,
That's a
Andrew.
great shot.
Amazing bowl there.
Yeah.
Ashley will be stoked with that.
Importantly, we still haven't managed to locate Boris though.
Poor Boris.
I hope he's doing okay.
Okay, so Michael just looking to draw around.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the squares, giving himself a chance.
That's a good spot. Yep.
Yeah, there is a wee possibility he could be a wee bit aggressive on the orange, just shy of the shot blue. 3-1 up, he doesn't probably want to create too much hassle. I tell you what, just looking around the scoreboards as well, just observations. The Marlborough team. So if Steve Grant, if you're still listening, this money's for you. After having a game on the TV, Matt, that was so undesirable, they've now gone and playing against counties and find themselves 6-0 down again after 4. That's just such a bad run of luck. Oh, I tell you what. Oh, jeez.
Very unlucky.
It popped
That
out
could
and the
have been-
follow through clipped it off. That was unlucky.
That could have been the bowl to erase all memory of Tim Veals. That could have been the one bowl that everyone would have walked out of this hall today forgetting about all those other ones. Oh, unlucky. But anyway, the good news for North Taranaki is it's another 3. 6-1 up after 5. Still just trying to push through.
Just because we've got no runner, I'm having a look at the boards. It's all right. So we know the 6-0 game.
I can tell you why we don't have a runner, because I can see Emma, and right on her hip is your mother, James.
Oh,
She's
and
doing
Tuffy on the
family
other side.
duties.
Oh, I tell you what. Joy would just go save her, right? You'd think so. I know that Canterbury lead 6-5 over Nelson in the 1-5 pairs. South Canterbury lead Hawke's Bay 5-0 in the fours, Masters fours.
I think Hawke's Bay are down 5-0 against Timaru, South Canterbury.
That's what I just said, right?
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening the whole time. Auckland are 4-2 up in the 1-5s after 4 ends. Not bad for my eyesight, is it? They're playing against the Bush Rahini combination. All the other boards are at the wrong end for us to be able to see. So again, Matthew's got a couple of good bowls on it. Tyra's bowl's just passed. Andrew will be looking to just try and reach down in between the oranges. The movement. Yeah, the intense there, he's just probably pushed that one a wee bit wide. And all he's done is probably just cut the angle out.
It's very
for the
holdy down
jack.
that side. Is that holdy? Is that a
Holdy.
word?
Holdy?
Holdy.
Yeah, we'll go with it.
When you get too narrow, it dives away.
Is that when you get holdy to become the backesty bowl?
The Beckesty bowl.
The
Yeah,
backesty
the
bowl?
backest.
Beckest.
The backiest?
The Beckiest.
So you play the straighter.
There you
It's
ruin
been a
it.
long weekend, folks.
You're ruining all
Commentary
your
team's
words,
getting
mate.
tired.
Sentences and words are hard sometimes.
That's a pretty good line
he's
here.
got a bit of line here, and he's going to get to the jack.
Oh, what a great bowl.
Yeah.
Great recovery there.
But I tell you what, it's still just opened it up for Michael. Yeah, Michael now can be just looking to search back to those back 2 oranges.
Sausage on the search here.
Was that sausage on the grill?
It's a good line.
I'll tell you what, he's
Pretty
just,
close.
I'll tell you, he's just missed
Oh,
it. And it's not a bad miss, because if he had actually edged the jack a little bit more, he would have been unlucky to push it back towards the
I
blues.
think it was pretty good speed, right?
Yeah.
To guts the jack for 3.
And the good thing is he's looking pretty composed, and I'm pretty sure he knows in his head he's going to get it next time. So Andrew needs to play a bomb.
Would you have considered anything through the backhand, just trying to chip a blue over into the oranges?
Oh, I mean, I would, because I can't open draw.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get the wee rub. But I'll tell you what.
Excellent shot.
I think it's still there. It's still there for young Michael. He could even try to push through the blue, but I think I would have tried to push through the blue myself.
Taking a lot of green.
Yeah, I think he's just gone too far. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So we're going to see blue score again.
Should make it 7-1.
I'm not sure whether it is.
Yeah.
Yep, no, it's just the one. Yep. So Tyra will throw the jack again. Played 6 of the 10 regulation ends. Looking around, there's a lot of hush on the mats. Good news for all those people out there from Marlborough. Marlborough have scored an end, so they have thrown the jack off and hope to get their campaign back on track as quick as they can. I'm not sure what happened in the Nelson-Canterbury game in the 1-5s, but Nelson obviously picked up a score because they're now 8-6 up.
They got another 3. So they went
5.
It was 6-2 to Canterbury, and now it's gone 3-3 to be 8-6 to Nelson.
Right, thank you. So if you're in this situation now, 7-1, you know, what's probably going through your mind? You're probably going through your mind, well, you know, you might only get two more decent ends in. So at minimum, to get a draw, you've got to be thinking of a 3. So ideally for Michael, you know, Matthew getting past the jack would have been great. But as we've alluded to before, this has been the trickier of the two hands. You know, just you think you've got your line right and you take your speed off with 1 second, it's just gone. Tyra's past the jack here. This is brilliant bowling from Tyra. Mum and Grandma should be as
all right, lead us off, Mike.
Okay, so Auckland Bush were a handy game. It was 4-2, as we alluded to before, after 4 ends. Raleigh from Southend, 5-0 up over Clark from North Wellington after 4 ends as well. And Watson from Nelson, as we just talked about, is 8-6 up after 5 now over Canterbury.
All right, and the Masters, Frank McKenna leads 4-2 over Graham Lowe from Southland.
Oh, great bowl here from Andrew.
We are now 5-2 to Timaru over Hawke's Bay. 6-2 in the counties game over Marlborough. And 4-2 to Tauranga over Wanganui.
Yep. So Michael just reached down. He's probably really unlucky, but he's kicked the jack well.
Yep.
He's going to give himself a chance. Andrew's obviously now, he just wants to get first to the jack.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's going to be happy with that.
He's
Great
playing
speed.
really well.
Yeah. I think as a pair, they've complemented each other very well. They got themselves into a little bit of trouble against the North Wellington team early on a couple of ends. But they've kept their composure. They've just carried on.
Just a bit quick there from Sausage.
I think Michael's probably thinking he's had a hard day at the office, and you know, it's not far off now. One more game after this, and it can become like this after things haven't gone the way that you'd hoped for or planned for. Next thing, all those close misses just become relevant. And I tell you what, that's a great bowl to finish the end.
Yeah.
Take the one.
Good chart.
Yep. 7-2 to Smith after 7. Do we have an idea of the time?
We've only been on for 29 minutes, so there's
But
still.
we were on late.
But
Just.
how late? It was during the first end, right?
Yeah, I don't think they played a bowl.
I'd like to think there'd still be 3 ends to go.
Okay.
They've been getting through it pretty well.
Might be just me.
Feel like you've been here all day?
Yeah, I sort of get the feeling I've been here all day. Oh, I tell you what, Marlborough had a chance just to move the jack over to all their blues, and they just unluckily were a wee bit square on the jack, and it's now given Orange quite a catchment of bowls just past the jack. looks like Frank might have scored another end. Their team's definitely leading off against the Southland combination. So it is all happening, and of course, Matthew just decides to get down and play 2 good bowls.
Beautiful.
Nice and simple.
So James, Linda's asking guts. Does that mean anything to you, or
What?
guts?
No.
No?
Would
Excellent.
she like to add
Good chat.
more?
That's all it
It
says.
says guts, James.
Maybe she's alluding to the fact that he keeps using the word sausage.
Oh, maybe she wasn't tuned in when we.
Yeah,
found
and
out
Oh,
about
what's the
that.
guts?
yeah.
On the sausage.
Am I actually the one here
Oh.
that understands her more than you guys and what she's
Ah.
asking?
I thought she was making reference to your stomach. And did you have a sore tummy or something? Or
Right.
no.
And you actually went pretty good with that, asking whether it was a sore tummy, Dave.
Mm.
Yeah.
So good end here for Tauranga at the moment.
Thanks, Dave.
So
He's just adding the gold here today.
Andrew just wants to, just
Ah,
pull down.
right. Now, clarification from Linda. You'd said to Michael, we'll be hoping to guts the jack.
Oh, gobble, swallow.
So basically
trail?
get the kitty right in the middle,
Yeah.
and so you call it hit it right in the guts.
Just trailer. He wanted to
Yeah, in the guts.
Okay,
right in the centre.
Who asked that question?
Linda McCurdy.
Oh, Linda. Another one that's flowing home today and still awake.
Yeah.
That's good work.
How was the 6 a.m. wake up, Linda?
No, she was on the van at 5:30, wasn't she?
Oh, 5:30 wake up.
They did look a bit chipper when I opened the door and said good morning to them.
Excellent.
All right, important
Yeah.
bowl here for Andrew,
Yeah,
because a 3 or 4 here would change this game completely.
What you don't want to do is put yourself under pressure with your last bowl. This would be a really nice one, just to get even a second or third shot. Just so you can play your last
I'll
one
tell
with
you
a
what,
confidence.
he's got weight
He's
for the
close.
orange, and he's
Shelf.
pretty good.
Oh.
It could be second shot.
Tell you what,
So-
Michael might be looking to do something pretty similar there. Land that and fall back onto the
Yeah,
jack.
and even if he just slightly shelves his orange, I tell you what, just
If he's
Good
got
line.
good speed and gets down,
he just needs to drop.
Yeah, pretty good.
He was close to we touching that jack too.
yeah.
So as the head sits, I mean, if he's dropping 2, Andrew and would still lead 7-4 after 8. Knowing that he's actually now running second in the clubhouse with Southland out in front, and our updates so far have Southland
In front.
in front of their game as well. So these guys won't be thinking ends. I mean, that won't come into their head. He'll be looking to just try and have the best game he can.
Yeah.
And that's what I love, because they aren't starting to panic. They're not starting to look around and watch other games and things like that.
The other dynamic which is different to previous years on these events is your medal in gold, silver, bronze.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So they'll be, because I heard the reference from some of them yesterday, or I'm still in medal contention, right? So they were saying, right, I don't think I can win, but I can still medal.
Yep.
So that's keeping people in that second, third and fourth and fifth interested in going, well, actually I'm not checking out now. I've actually still got a chance of getting a medal.
Yep.
So they'll be saying, well, we just got to keep winning. It's
I'll
close.
tell you what. Oh, jeez.
Well, that's a pretty good bowl, though.
I'll tell you what.
Holy.
Cut it down to 1.
That is a pretty good bowl.
Very brave. I saw him lining it up, thinking, man, is this the time of the game to be playing that?
Yep, it was. So, and you're quite right, Dave. And I think also you start talking about that, and you start talking about a bit of a mindset over where up to now there was the win, and everyone else was here for the day. And you almost start to think the interprovincial is going to start creating that type of mindset as well.
Yeah.
You know,
To
Yeah,
not finish
it's not all
bottom two.
about one team winning,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. There is going to be a lot of results, a lot of interest
Yep.
throughout the entirety of the weekends. So,
There'll be people in other divisions watching other divisions to see who's going up and down.
oh, yeah, totally. So 7-3 now to North Taranaki, Smith and Sterling. Oh, Matthew Burke just gets down and puts another side nut.
Yeah, pretty good.
Don't even... For a guy that plays so many good bowls, I actually always find him, when he stands, he still looks quite nervous. Yeah.
Quite a nervous stance.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he puts pressure on himself trying to be really good for the young fella?
I don't know. I think they're actually... I know you keep saying the sausage, but I'm almost going to say chalk and cheese. Michael down the end is as calm as anything, just sort of nice and relaxed, and every bowl's a good bowl, and where Matthew, it looks like at any moment something could happen. And probably people from Tauranga would probably understand that a little bit more.
I was watching their game before, and they had quite a bit of cheek and tongue with each other.
She was trying to say tongue in cheek.
Yeah, I know. It's right.
And then I got myself confused.
It's her first day. It's okay.
Yeah, first time.
You should just let that slide, James.
Never.
Yeah, why'd you have to bring that up?
Anyway, you were saying?
While they were playing, they seemed to be quite jokey with each other.
Yeah.
And neither of them were taking it too hard when a bad bowl was played, They just joked with each other and was like, oh, well, you get the next one.
I need that in my games.
Yeah.
People to calm down when I play a Burke.
Yeah,
Tracy. You need to calm down when you're throwing the jack.
Tracy's confident with the switching gear when she starts commentating.
Yeah.
Settle down, girl.
Yeah.
Right.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. Well,
stay in your lane, Tracy.
I can't even say my words properly, so I probably should stop.
Okay. So Andrew's just missed his line with that one. Speed was pretty good because obviously if he gets onto the side nut, the jacks go fly out to his blue. Michael's just as relaxed as, just drawing up to the blue bowl. That's a pretty good home, and it's in for the count too.
Any contact on those front oranges is going to have kitty movement.
And the thing is, he needs any contact. He wants this bowl, like James said before. He doesn't want to have it last bowl and 4 down.
Yeah.
Just breathe in, breathe out. Oh, I think he's
might be a bit
undercut
light again.
Yeah, he's just missing it. Yeah. Oh, Chalk will just get down. Just throw another one up. Yeah,
Cheese
Little
just
bit of nervous.
standing there happy.
Nervous time here for the North Taranaki team.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if he actually plays this well and just gets a small touch, but I'll tell you what, he's around. He's coming around. That's a great bowl. That's
5 shots.
He hasn't given it any more width. Andrew's still looking at the same shot he's just played 2 bowls at. Yeah. So while they're looking at this head, we've just heard that the Southland fans, Graham Lowe, who'd been trailing 7-2 up to now, just picked up a 6 to now be up in front, 8-7. But still, lots more bowls to come. So we'll try and keep you in the know.
Now, this is an interesting situation here. Both the most effective shots are just medium speed, just trying to either chip the jack out to the edge of the mat on either side, really. Yeah,
I think you'd actually almost want to play through the orange now because I think that Michael's bowl in the square, if the jack did move, could still be counted, but it would only be 1. But for him, it's just the same bowl. He's just tried twice.
Yep.
And he's
playing ton of weight,
bigger speed. And that's a good result.
That's a great result. Well played.
You'll be happy.
Cut it down.
Yep. Well, we're going to take 2 out. Oh.
2 it is. So save 3 shots.
Yep, we think 2.
7-5,
Yep,
and just I have a feeling this potentially is going to be the last 10. It's going to be quite tight. But we're going to be at 7-5. Oh, is it played 9?
Yeah, played 9, so this is the last inning.
So that was a good shot from Andrew. His first two, he was a bit tentative and they swung, and then that made him second guess the green. So he took the green out of it. He thought, I've got to make contact.
And the smart move is because even if the jack went off the mat, he was in a win situation. And the game I was alluding to before, when he played against the North Wellington, a similar situation, and he didn't recover with his last bowl. So that's good. It's good to see momentum. Just got to keep his nose in front.
Two great bowls by the Leeds here.
Yeah.
So, after the Canterbury team being up 6-2, they're now down 14-6, I think it is, something like that, last end. So that'll be a win to the Nelson team. The Canterbury team were in third, so that'll tighten things up again.
Were they third or fourth?
They were third. Probably means that if the North Taranaki and Southland hold on, they're probably gonna be the last two teams in it going into the last round.
Yeah, and we could see because Nelson was actually up there a wee bit too, so then that could actually come in for the bronze with about 3 teams in contention.
Oh, bronze will be wide open.
Yeah, Canterbury, Nelson, Auckland, probably all in the hunt.
Oh, everyone. I mean,
well, not you and I, James.
No.
Here comes Joyce, steamed in. She actually managed to stop for an apple by the looks of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in the 1 to 5, the Royal Bush team, after trailing for most of the game, is now up 7-5 over the Auckland combination. So they've played 7. Southland is still holding a
10-1.
10-1. Yeah, they've completed 7 ends as well. And then obviously the game we just talked about, Nelson Canterbury, Watson up 14-8 after 9.
In the Masters, Les Haywood leads the clubhouse leader Barry Clement 6-3.
Oh.
Brian McDonald leads the Hitchcock crew 7-4.
Right.
Wood from Timaru, South Canterbury leads 7-2 over Brucey. And Graham Lowe, like we said, just picked up a 6 to go 8-7 up.
So the Lowe and Frank McKenna game was probably of the top 4 teams.
Close.
The winner was probably going to be in front.
Yep, and looking at the other 2 teams that were up at the top of the leaderboard, Barry Clement and Tony Hitchcock, and even Bruce from Hawke's Bay, all having losses, actually just compiles the pack even more. So we're just coming down to the last few bowls of this game.
Have we actually played 9 ends?
7
been flying.
7-5 to Smith. So Michael's going to try and obviously look for a little bit of movement, maybe lifting the oranges up to.
So we've got no idea what our last game of the day streamed will be. Simply from a perspective, it could be anything. It's so wide open. It will be a game that is relevant to the outcome.
Yeah. We'll try and get on the next mat as well. Another top game, so we may be able to flick. Now that
well, there's going to be 2 games, obviously, that of the utmost importance in the pairs as well. So hopefully they're nearby as well. Otherwise, our runners are going to be all over the shop.
Oh no, they'll just be over there. So has Burke given himself a chance here to get anything? Smith's just trying to drop down round the shorter orange. Yeah, it's not a bad home.
It's actually really hard for Orange to get a good 2 here.
Yeah,
which means as long as he didn't change the head too much, it was probably fine, right?
Yeah, I think
getting as close as he could to that back orange of the bunch.
Yeah,
that clock's going to be close, right? The whistle's up to the mouth.
This is the 9th end, apparently.
Yeah,
but this is the last end.
But we're just talking about the clock.
Okay. They're not playing 10.
Yeah.
This is the 10th end.
This is the 10th end.
Oh, they've played 9.
That's what we think. That's why we're not.
Haven't you been changing the score?
I have, but I haven't been watching. I just click.
He's just the tech man.
Right. He's the expert on book face and all other technical aspects.
So yes, they've got to get 2. So that's why they're having a good look.
14 seconds out.
Stands at the moment. North Taranaki are holding the win.
Yep. Southland and North Wellington end up with a draw in the Masters fours. So it must have finished 8-all. We can confirm in the 1 to 5s, Nelson did indeed get over top of Canterbury. Marlborough has got a ton of bowls around the jack, and they're only down 7-4 after 6. Counties have just played a pretty good bowl into the head. I can't quite see the board for the Auckland and Bushrahini scores. I think it's comfortable to say in the 1 to 5 pairs the Southland combination will get up again for another win to retain pole position. And all the other games.
Okay, last bowl.
Can't see.
From Michael. Let's try and get 2 out of this, at least.
What do we think he's playing for?
I think he's moving the kitty just a touch.
Jack a fraction, right?
Yeah, is he just trying to come off the orange or even turn the outside orange into the head?
I think he was going for the blue clean.
I don't think
he's done it.
I don't think Smith will be doing anything with this. One down will be enough for the win.
I don't think, because he's had a draw now, I don't think the ends are too relevant now that at top of the table.
I mean, he can only now do what he can do, and that's to win the game. Winners next, and see what else happens around him.
And if he wins his next, he's guaranteed a medal, right?
Guaranteed second.
Just a matter of what colour.
Yeah.
Guaranteed second. Minimum. So I think he'll just be taking this, right?
They're having a good look at it. I'm not sure Mum and Grandma are too happy with them taking so long.
Yep.
They'll be going just take it and run. You could go orange onto blue onto orange if you really needed to win the game, but you've already won the game.
To be fair, is it high risk?
Well, if the blue folds back, it could be.
If he sits the blue down and moves the jack,
they go 2 down and they end up with a draw.
I love the intent. He's
having a go.
I'll tell you what, that's a great bowl.
Beautiful.
It's a great bowl.
Now that's the shot you play when you need the shot to win. They played it anyway. It's what do you call that? The bravery of youth.
Oh, yeah. I won't say what probably most people of the older classification are going to say.
So well done,
good to him.
Andrew and
outstanding work. But I'll just say it only takes one bad loss to really learn your lesson. We've all had one of them, Davey.
But anyway, I think that's us for this game.
Us.
And we're going to come back, obviously, shortly. There'll be going to be lots going on. We'll try and give you a quick update of when we first get back, of where we're all sitting.
The state of play. You'll get the state of play when we get back in.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, team.
Thank you.